what I'm going to do today, I'm going to talk about wheels on your equipment. Especially, it really comes into play whenever your shop is small. But if you have a bigger shop, it would come into play as well. Of course, if it was huge, I don't know. But because of your workflow changes, you need to change. You know, a job that comes in that it's different. It changes your workflow. You got to handle your lumber a little differently. It's nice to have your stuff where it's on wheels and you can adjust very easily. I don't have everything on wheels. I got a lot on wheels, but what I did on my lathe, I got me a set of wheels that this thing, you just don't get a set of wheels. This thing is so heavy. It's got a shock absorber to keep that thing, you don't need to fall. So it actually works pretty good. Picks it right up and off you go, and see, it lets it down real slow, which is perfect. My router table, it's on wheels. My workbench is not. I don't plan on moving it. If I need to, some point I got plans for a different. I'm gonna build me a torsion box top, and I'm gonna have it on wheels or where I tear it down, kind of like a Polk bench. Ron Polk, I believe is his name. So it'll be mobile. You see, my table saw's got wheels. My bandsaw don't. Would love for it to have. Of course, my dust collection, my planer, it's got a set of wheels. On my wood rack, I got wheels on it. My joiner, it's got a set of wheels. You can't, it's just tucked up under it. My sander, it's on a set of wheels there. There's my bandsaw, and this little joiner right here, it's not on wheels. Of course, my workbench. But most of what I've got is on wheels. It makes it nice. Of course, this stuff not. Where I got that where it'll roll around. That makes it handy. But your lumber comes in different. I pull my truck out, set me up some sawhorses. I've got 3 sets of sawhorses I can set up in different places. Take me some plywood and lay on it and do what I need to do. So the workflow, so I could take that and move it, just whatever I need to do. And that's what I was going to have to do if I had got that job building that farm dining table. But that deal fell through, but I was really going to have to handle stuff a little differently. And you get it on wheels where you can, especially stuff that's heavy, and you can adjust to your workflow. If you're in a small area, for instance, if you're in a 1-car garage, 2-car garage, whatever, and being able to mobile it around and still park your car in there, that having your stuff on the wheels is perfect. So I got me a set of wheels from a lathe. That was my biggest thing. You just didn't scoop that around. I can kind of scoop this around a little bit, but I don't plan for it to move. If I do, if it comes to a point where I feel like I needed it out there or something like that, it would have to be a pretty good reason. Because this is my central. This is where I take off from or end up, depending on what's going on. You know, I can put a set of wheels on it. It'll have to be a beefed up set. It's kind of like those, because this bench is almost as heavy as that lathe. But it have to be. You go to planing and whatnot, you don't be chasing. I've done that. I had them tables right there against that block wall right there. And I find myself chasing it all over the place. I don't have to chase the table now. I'm playing everything I've planed so far or cut or whatever. I ain't chased no bench since I've made this thing. I am proud I did that. And I made this out of pine. One reason it was cheaper. Two, you really don't know your design until you've got it. You can think about it all you want and so on and so on, but I thought I'd do this out of pine and spend some time on my workflow and what have you. And, you know, any changes I would make before I put maple or any good wood or thought about poplar, because I've got access to it. But anyway, so I went ahead and built this, and the only changes I need to think about, and I've had this for a year or so now, so pretty good idea of the changes I need to make here would be, I forget what they call it, but on the side right here, a sliding leg, I need to figure out what that is. If I can figure out what that is, I'll put it on here. Probably add that to them, which I could add it to this, and I probably will. The only other thing I wanted a tool tray right here. But the thing about it is, I knew I would like it, but I really like it. The only thing I would do, I'd probably make it just a tick deeper, inch or so deeper. Makes a lot of difference, and wider. What I have here is I could set something on here and it would be fully supported 29 inches. And see, it's the same height right there. So I could set, and I've used it. It would sit right here, 29 inches, you would be supported. I would probably make this 36. I'd make that thing a little wider. Right now it's 8 inches. I would probably make it 15 inches wide. Because you can reach and get stuff. So I don't know. Them are the changes I would make. So I'm not changing a whole lot. I like my sharpening stations right here at the bench where I can sharpen and get back to work, just lickety-split. If everything is convenient to you, you'll come there doing it. So I got it convenient right there. It doesn't take a couple of minutes and I'm back. But if you go ahead and do it, you'll wind up keeping your stuff sharper. In other words, you won't spend as much time. But if it's a big deal, you have to drag all this stuff out, your tools are going to get a little duller. It's just human nature. Or if you got it quick, go in there and sharpen it, back. This is the first time shop talk. We just talk about anything comes along or whatever. If y'all have any ideas of a topic we can talk about, you know, every once in a while we'll talk about a project. My other channel, Sort of Solutions, we actually build the projects. Like I got my wheels on my lathe. All right. We cut down a maple tree several years ago. And the thing about it was, well, we did two. One was right in front of the house, and then the other was closer to the road. And I turned some twice-turn bowls. The first time, you put it in a bag. I laid it up there on top of the shelf in there, and of course, I write on the bag. It says, Surprise Francis. I had done forgot about this. Thing was done in 22. This is 4 years ago. Time really, really flies. No idea it'd been up there that long. Uh-oh. Went through that one. Oh, okay. Surprise Francis, 9/24/22, maple in front yard. This is the one right that was right in front of the house. That is, see what you do on a twice turn bowl is it cracked right there. May have to put me something in there and kind of stiffen that up. Broke right there. Well, that kind of gives it character. But anyway, you take the shave, you get it this green, you turn this as soon as you possibly can. And it's green. The reason is it cuts like butter. I mean, I've gotten wet. I've had to wear a raincoat. But it cut. You can sharpen your tools one time and cut the whole thing, probably 2 or 3 bowls, because it cuts like butter. Then you clean your floor off, and then you turn it. When you get it turned, you take the shavings, gather them up, and gather them all, and just encompass this whole thing in shavings, put it in a brown paper bag. And what it does, it allows it to, what your hopes are, but it cracked a little bit right there, that it would dry slow enough that it wouldn't crack. It's going to warp and different stuff. You want to hopefully then minimize that. Then you can put the finishing touches on it with it dry, and chances are it'll remain stable. I'm proud y'all got to spend some time with me today. And I come up with a saying, talking about tools and equipment, either it's hand tools, a chisel, or saw, or bandsaw. If it cuts wood, it will cut you, so be careful, be safe, think about what you're doing. It doesn't take but a second. The things that your life will change. You need 100% concentration all the time you're dealing with these. Whenever I fire one up and I hear that noise and it fires up, I pause and think about what's fixing to happen, because it's not worth it. You need to pay attention. Be safe in the shop. Be safe everywhere. Because if it cuts wood, it will cut you. So y'all be safe, and I will catch you on the next one.